Hi everyone. Thank you for coming onto my channel, Vital Healing. It's a new channel on YouTube that I'm really excited about. My name is Dr. Candida Schwartz. I am a naturopathic doctor as well as a craniosacral therapist and an intuitive reader practicing in Midcoast, Maine. I normally post on Thursdays, late morning, early afternoon, every Thursday. That's my goal, and I'm going to be talking about various naturopathic ways to approach the body, mind, and spirit, different interests and skills that I've been drawn to and that I help my patients and clients with. I wanted to jump on today because of Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to celebrate the mama, the person of unconditional love, of nurture, of care, of kindness, of, to me, a mom is your first friend. It's the first voice you recognize. It's your first love. She's our first love, right? So for a lot of reasons, that can be triggering for people on this day. For those of you out there that are celebrating and getting flowers and treats and gifts of appreciation, I love it. It's wonderful. But for many people, it's a very triggering day. Mothers are carnal. It's a carnal thing, like we see it with animals. It's like, I don't know, I can't explain it any other way. It's carnal. Your mom is it's a carnal connection. So whether you have lost your mom, and that could be she's sick and she hasn't really been able to be maternal to you for a long time. Maybe she has dementia. If it's that your mother has passed away, if it's that you have a hard, triggering relationship with your mom, whether she's alive or passed away, whether you are struggling to become a mom, you're having issues with infertility, miscarriages, if you have a history of abortions, recent or from the past, and it's a hard thing for you. You haven't processed it completely. Or you're a caretaker of a mom or a parent, this day can really be hard. And I've decided to be really honest. Why do I know that? Well, I work with a lot of women that are struggling with fertility, and I also work with a lot of just trauma patients in general. And also, I have lost 4 babies. And the last 2, I was in my second trimester, and I was hemorrhaging at the hospital. And after the last one, 11 days later, my mom passed away. I had been her caretaker for years, and she had become kind of my baby. So when those things happened, I lost a lot of faith. I lost a lot of hope, and I really had to question who was out there watching over me. And after a lot of soul searching, and after a lot of walking, all I could do was walk. You know how Forrest Gump, after Jenny leaves him in the movie, all he can do is just run. He just runs and runs. I just walked and walked and walked. And I listened to videos on YouTube. I'd never done it before. And I just listened to different channels that I thought I could get something out of, to commiserate with, that might understand, that might give me some guidance, some self-help, some understanding about what had just happened, what had been going on for a few years, and what I needed to understand and learn from the events that happened in my life. I knew I didn't want to be a victim. I knew I didn't want to martyr myself in any way. And I knew that my heart was wide open and broken, and I knew that I could rebuild it however I chose to. And that could be jaded, nervous, anxious, fearful, or I could rebuild it from a place of understanding deeply inside of me how I could implement my maternal instincts to the world, into the lives of others, and how I could call in different nurturing maternal influences that could come through and help support me. I had a really hard time asking for help. Through a long process that I still continue dealing with today, I started calling in help and support, and I get better and better every day. Wherever you're at, whether you're crying hysterically right now, whether you feel very guarded and you're struggling to intake the words that I'm saying, I'm here to reflect that the events that happen in our lives always give us meaning. And we are challenged to deepen the understanding of what our soul came into this life, in these family members, in these relationships, these different jobs that we've chosen, different places we've chosen to live, that there was a reason for us to walk this path. My intention here today is to give you a little bit of comfort and understanding and know that I see you and my heart is open to you. And I hope that this helps you open your heart. Some things in my naturopathic tool belt. Give me a thumbs up if you're still here. Give me a little heart. Give me some fun emoji or a sweet, tender emoji. I love emojis. Just a little something about me. This is my mama's necklace. I love stones. I do a lot of stone therapy. I actually have a line of jewelry that I sell on Etsy. And this stone is rose quartz. And my wonderful friend Leah, who just was right there for me through all of my trauma, she gave me this beautiful rose quartz. Rose quartz is so comforting. It is so healing. It is so nurturing. Just brings you so much peace. It allows you to bring so much compassion into your heart. When we bring compassion, forgiveness follows. And then the doors open and we process whatever we're going through. I put this on my belly. I put it on my womb space. I put it on my throat. I put it on my third eye. I put it on my heart, obviously. I sit in meditation with it. When I'm doing emotional freedom technique, I have it in my other hand. Really wonderful. There are lots of wonderful stones that you could do, obviously, but this is one that came through that said, talk to the people of YouTube. Flower essences. These are Bach flower essences. There's lots of different flower essences. I don't think you're going to be able to see this, but this one is gorse. So for those of you that are still trying to have a baby, gorse is a really great one when you're feeling really pessimistic and hopeless. I put a few drops in my water and I just drink it throughout the day. So I'm having a moment that's really hard for me. I might put a couple of drops under my tongue and just sit with it. I might rub it on my heart or on my belly or on my third eye. You can diffuse it. Lots of different ways to use it. A couple of other flower essences. These are all from. This is an energy medicine from Dr. Bach that you can get at your local grocery store or Whole Foods. Star of Bethlehem is incredible from just needing support from the spirit world. Just needing to know that you're connected and somebody is out there holding you, guiding you, and protecting you, and just comforting you in those moments that are so hard. Sweet chestnut. And again, for these last three, all three of these You can do the drops like I told you just before, under the tongue, put them in a few drops in water, drink them throughout the day, rub them, diffuse them. But sweet chestnut is for the dark night of the soul. It's when it just gets so dark and we can't find our way out, we can't find our light. Those are hard moments. Really, really helpful medicine. The earth heals us. She's our ultimate mama, and this is where this medicine comes from. Safe for anybody. Although I should always say, if something feels weird, don't do it internally. Maybe just rub it externally or diffuse it. I really love doTERRA's rose oil. I just rub it on my heart. I also rub it on my face. It's really good for the complexion. Ylang ylang is another one. It just really, in a bright way, kind of gets you centered, kind of gets you back into your body. So you can do some of that process work. You can do some, you can feel. And I really like citrus bliss. I like all of the citruses. I really like peppermint just to lift up the mood. But I also really like elevation. I don't know if you can see that. And you can just put them in a little bit of like fractionated coconut oil. You can make a roller bottle. You can you could just put it in a little bit of oil and rub it on your feet. Give yourself a little foot massage. So those are some tools that can be helpful. Meditation is always wonderful. I do a lot of meditations on videos, but what I wanted to do today was do a little emotional freedom technique. This is an old psychotherapy that it's actually been studied a lot. It's kind of proven to be helpful to kind of retrain the body to process out some of the emotions. And what we're going to do is we're just going to tap at these points. And while we do that, we're going to be saying, I'm going to say the word grief. You can use whatever word. You can say anger, disappointment, hopelessness, fear, sadness, sorrow, anxiety, depression. You can use this for anything. But what we're going to do is we're just going to tap along and you're going to just follow what I say. So go ahead and kind of get your wiggles out, wiggle your toes, and just kind of take a nice deep breath. If you have a stone, if you have rose quartz, or you feel connected to any stone, if you have any oils that feel good to you, incorporate them into this. You can pause the video right now. So I'm just going to put this one up against my womb space, and I'm going to start. So take a nice couple of deep breaths. Inhale for 3, hold for 2, exhale for 5. Inhale, 2, 3, hold it, 2, 3, drop the jaw, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. This just calms the nervous system, gets us into parasympathetic nervous, into our parasympathetic system. Ready, set, go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold it, 2, 3, drop the jaw, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So go ahead and tap at the top of your head. Go ahead and say, even though I'm feeling this grief, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now at the third eye. Even though I'm feeling this grief, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now right here at the temple. Even though I deeply feel this grief, I deeply and completely accept myself. Under the eye. Even though I'm feeling this grief, I deeply and completely accept myself. Under the nose. Even though I deeply am feeling this grief, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though under the mouth, even though I deeply am feeling this grief, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I deeply feel this grief, I completely and deeply accept myself. Under the arm, there's a little tender spot right there. Even though I deeply feel this grief, I completely and deeply accept myself. And then you just kind of take a few breaths. Where are you at? Is it out of a 0 out of 10? Where are you at with your grief or your sorrow or your disappointment or your discouragement? And then you can repeat that as many times until it's at a 0 or like a 1. You can do this in the bath. I recommend an Epsom salt bath this weekend to take care of yourself. Good food, lots of water. But these are some things that I do. I journal also. Like I said, I meditate, and I reach out when I need help. So, from my heart to yours, I wish you all of the comfort, love, and support. One more thing I wanted to share with you. My naturopathic doctor, I started seeing her when I was probably 26, 27 years old. So I've been with her for over 20 years. When I was losing my babies, I sent her a text at the emergency room. She called me. She talked to me, helped me to understand what was happening, that I was making the right decisions around like whether taking medications or having the DME. She's always been incredible. She's always been there for me. She was one of the major reasons why I decided to become a naturopath myself. When I lost my mom, she sent me a message, a beautiful card, and there was a poem in there. And in the poem, one line stood out. If you have all this love to give, and I'm not here to receive it, give it to anybody that is nearby. A stranger on the street, your loved one sitting next to you, a cat, a tree in the yard, whoever has a soul that you can offer all of this love to. Because when we're grieving, when we're scared and we have all these feelings, we are so disconnected from ourselves. We have all this love to offer, but we have no channel for it. We have no outlet for it. So offer it to anybody or any spirit, a tree, an animal, a person, and with the intention that you are going to fill up in your heart with love. Tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold, a millionfold. So again, from my heart to yours, I wish you comfort and peace and healing and so much love. Thank you. For any information, please like, subscribe, share. Make sure you turn on the notification bell if you're interested in my channel. All of the information to connect with me will be in the information below. So take care. Thank you.